Hey, I'm Dave Walker.
Hi, I'm Chris Brown. This is Carolina Arcade Museum.
We started in August of 2018. It was kind of Chris's idea. We both been very passionate about video games and arcade machines. It's a big part of our childhood.
Visited a place sort of similar to this. Just sort of fell in love with it. It's particularly pinball machines. And I kind of just said how cool it would be to have a place like this. So that kind of started it all. We bought our first machines, and then 2 years later, we've got about 80-something machines. So.
Located at 145 East Main Street in Forest City, North Carolina, the Carolina Arcade Museum is a sight to behold for both the hardcore and casual fan of arcade machines. The Carolina Arcade Museum currently boasts an impressive selection of over 60 arcade and pinball machines, with more being added all the time. In addition to the arcade and pinball machines readily available, the owners Dave and Chris told me today that they're renovating the upstairs to accommodate card games, such as Magic the Gathering. And they're going to continue to add to the downstairs area, which is an additional area of the Carolina Arcade Museum created to resemble the dark blacklight arcades a lot of us remember fondly. If you come into the Carolina Arcade Museum and start to miss your console, don't fear, they have you covered on that as well, offering Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Atari, Vectrex, and even an original Game Boy, complete with a lamp if you need it.
Pretty rare. I think they estimate about 600 ever made. This particular machine we picked up from a guy in Florida, had it shipped up here. We're very proud of this. You don't see a lot of them.
Something pretty interesting about this is you can see the two monitors inside of it. One of them is actually mounted in the back. So you can see that protruding on the side, on the back of it. The second one, the monitor is down below, facing upward, and what you're seeing back there is actually the mirror image of it. So those two combined actually give you the one big long image.
This was pretty big screen TVs. This was their solution to getting a wide screen back in the day.
So this is a Nintendo Versus system, better known as the Nintendo Red 10. Nintendo came out with this to kind of port some of their console games onto them. You can actually play head-to-head with them. One screen on the left, one screen on the right. A really cool port that they did was actually a Super Mario Brothers, just called Super Mario Brothers Versus, that we have on this side over here. And it's actually a slightly different version of Mario Brothers. It's a harder version. So the warp heights are a little different, the pitfalls are different. So if you want to try a new, unique version of Mario Brothers you probably haven't tried before, try the Nintendo Versus style.
Monsters machine just came out beginning of this year, I think February. There's 4 different versions of this game. There's the Pro, the Premium, and the Limited Edition. It's a black and white color scheme, whereas the other ones would have a full color graphics. A couple unique things on this would be the Grandpa's laboratory there in the basement, separate play field.
So this is our oldest piece. This is a Gottlieb Casey Jones, made in 1949. Fully working, everything original except for one piece. And yeah, overall it's in actually really great shape. Everything works on it. What's kind of unique about these is you can see how the flippers are oriented. The first flippers came out in 1947, and it was a game called Humpty Dumpty. So with this being from 1949, it's one of the first ones that actually featured flippers, and it was kind of, before they really figured out how flippers should be. It's just kind of a cool piece of showcase that it's 70 years old and still kicking. I wanted to see this. For anyone in the audience who doesn't know, back in the video game crash in 1983, Atari had just a surplus of games, and they decided it was better to just dump them in a landfill rather than try and distribute them to stores and actually try to sell them. So, over time that became just sort of a video game myth. And then in 2014, a crew actually went out there to Alamogordo, New Mexico, and they found that site, and they recovered several games, the most infamous being E.T. They say that caused the video game crash back then. It's debatable, but this is one of the games discovered from that site. This is a Atari Defender, still complete in box. Discarded in 1983, and here it is. And these are some pictures from the site. And anyone who hasn't seen Atari Game Over, put out by Xbox, Microsoft Originals, great documentary kind of showcasing what exactly happened, and it's a great read. You can actually find it on YouTube for free if you want to check it out.